What's up everyone, welcome back to another Solana video. Now, a couple of months ago, before the breakpoint event, I said that Solana usually pumps straight up. During that event, I predicted that Solana would easily hit $30, but little was expecting Solana to go this much higher. So the question now becomes, what next for Solana? Is there still potential upside? If so, how much? And is a potential retracement coming? And this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. First things first, last time when I did my analysis on the daily chart, I might have been zoomed in just a little bit too much, where I said that this would be the high that Solana takes out, roughly at $37, and range low has already been taken out, so no concerns there. And perhaps I was zooming in a little bit too much, so this time around, because of Solana's exponential, just explosive movement so far, I think it would be a good idea if we were to just zoom out for a little bit. And when we go onto the weekly chart, we see that there is a completely different picture that is being painted, where this level right here at 77.5 is going to be super significant, or quote-unquote resistance, but this is just a high time frame PD array that Solana will very likely get rejected off of. Now, in this area here, Solana just completely broke through that area, and again, most likely I was just zooming in a little bit too much. And this is also just a tip for all of you watching this, which is that if you spend too much time staring at the leaf, then you miss the tree. But if you spend too much time staring at the tree, you miss the forest. It's always good to start your analysis up on the higher time frames, such as the weekly chart, and then coming down to the daily and even the 4-hourly chart. Of course, if you're an intraday trader, and this applies for pretty much all time frame traders, no matter if you're a scalper or if you're a swing trader. But anyways, coming back to the Solana chart, we can see that the target, at least in my opinion, is right now Solana still has room to move 77.5. But then it's also important to ask ourselves, is there a potential that Solana goes even higher? And right now I'm just going to draw this fib over here from this high to this low, which is the accumulation range from the bear market, which is basically like 2022 to now end of 2023. And if we extrapolate this out by, let's say, 2 standard deviations, then roughly we can see that this area could act as, a potential target for Ethereum, a potential target for Solana. And is there a likelihood that we get there? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. For those of you who were in the bull market back in 2021, there was a really strong thesis that basically indicates that if Solana were to just get to 10% of Ethereum's market cap, well, at current prices, Solana would be sitting at roughly $300 at current market cap valuations. In the future, Solana could be way, way higher. I'm talking like $500, probably 6 to 7 in like a peak bull run. Actually, it might go higher just because of how irrational everything is. But back to what I was saying before, if you were in the past bull market, then Solana just hitting 10% of ETH's valuation is like a pretty big narrative. So is there more upside for Solana in like a bull market? Absolutely. It's just right now, because I'm making this video more of it in the medium term, where I'm trying to predict what's going to happen within the next few weeks to like a couple of months, that is there more upside for Solana in a bull market or even right now? Absolutely. In fact, if we look at the chart right now, Solana to ETH, Solana only has 2.8% of ETH's market cap, which is absolutely ridiculous if you think about it. And I'll just give you a couple of reasons why I think it's absolutely ridiculous. First things first, we all know this, Solana boasts tens of thousands of transactions per second, far surpassing Ethereum's 15 transactions per second, making it favorable for high throughput applications like decentralized exchanges and NFT marketplaces. And talking about DEXs and NFT marketplaces, Solana's DeFi system has reached a yearly total value lock peak of over 655 million, showing pretty much a 2x increase since the start of the year. So you can see that people are adopting Solana more and more, and this trend is going to just continue just because of how advanced the Solana ecosystem already is. In fact, for those of you who have used Solana at all, you know the difference in the tech compared to Ethereum. And this is coming alongside the fact that even though Ethereum has plans for sharding and ZK rollups, and they are acknowledged, but they are pretty much deemed years away, and just raises questions. And this is the perfect opportunity for Solana to swoop in and take the market share away from Ethereum. Now, is it going to overcome Ethereum? I don't think so. Ethereum's already very established, and it has a super, it's hard to beat Ethereum. Let's just put it that way. But 10%, 20% will put Solana at $300, $500, probably more in a bull market. Now, I don't think this is something you want to sleep on. So coming back to Solana, now, I don't think that we are in like bull market territory yet. I wouldn't just set a target and just say that Solana is going to go to $137, but $75 in the short term, absolutely, it can happen. But then the question to ask yourself is this an area where, if you are a long-term investor or if you're a swing trader, is this where you truly want to be buying? Because over here is basically day trading territory already at this point, or maybe just short-term trading where you just momentum trade Solana all the way until $77.5. And before I end this video, I will give you an exact trading system on how to do that, on how to momentum trade. Now, I will actually give you the exact trading system that you can follow in order to, momentum trade Solana all the way to 77.5. But the beautiful thing about the strategy that I'm about to give you is that you can use this to find retracement areas as well on Solana if you're a swing trader or if you're a long-term investor where you want to buy into Solana at good prices and just simply hold for a year. And all you have to do is remember this one sentence and you'll do very well on this trading strategy. And that sentence is that every large expansion in price always follows a run of a counterparty liquidity pool. It sounds like a lot of mumbo jumbo, but it's actually very simple. So every large expansion in price towards the upside will always follow a sweep of sell-side liquidity. Sell-side liquidity being any type of swing low. And any type of significant dump will always follow a sweep of buy-side liquidity, which is a previous swing high, where you see after you sweep that, go down. After you sweep that, go up. This is just an example. And all you need to understand is that theory, because now it's very easy. Assuming that you are bullish, assuming that, everything checks out and you are still bullish on Solana all the way up to 77.4. And it is as simple as waiting until swing lows get taken out before aggressive expansions in price. And you gotta have the balls to pull the trigger when sell-side liquidity gets swept, because the market's going to make you think that the price is going down. You're going to be feeling it, that maybe this is not the time to buy just because it's coming lower. But then again, that makes zero sense, because you're supposed to sell high and buy low. And the strategy that I'm laying out for you is, well, it allows you to do exactly that. So look for sell-side liquidity sweeps on a 1 hourly chart, on a 15-minute chart. I wouldn't suggest a 4 hourly. The most I would go to is 1 hour. Ideally, I would stick to the 15. Just look for sell sides, sweep it, and just ride the wave. Now, in terms of targeting, this is where a lot of people mess up as well. There are two ways that you can target. First things first, always identify the range. This is the most recent trading range. You can see that this move here happened from this high to this low. Very straightforward, right? Once you sweep sell-side liquidity or whatever, the first high is always the level that you will take out. This is known as internal liquidity. Now, external liquidity is when you expand, where you form a new high outside of the initial trading range. So the way you do that is simply draw a fib from the high or the low, whatever, and extend it. Usually price will expand in negative 0.5 increments. So negative 0.5 here, that will be roughly $68. So you see how price will break this high and expand to 0.5 before giving a real retrace back into some kind of liquidity pool or whatever, or moving to the next 0.5 expansion. And you can see that price does function like this. If you go back to your chart and just observe this pattern, you'll see it a lot. And that's all because that price is delivered by algorithms and they are programmed a certain way. They will repeat the same thing over and over and over again. And the moment you learn to recognize the patterns, you're going to do really well. So that is your plan, right? And let me tell you how that trading system will apply to a swing trading perspective. So in a swing trading perspective, the principle remains the same. All you're doing is that you're waiting a little bit longer for price to go to that liquidity in order to sweep it. As an example, there are relatively equal lows over here. Perhaps after you sweep the range highs right here, you might come down to take the range lows before giving the expansion that Solana needs in order to get to 77.5. I'm not saying that's absolutely certain to happen, but the principle, understand the principle. Low, high. What do you want to look for when you want a large expansion in price towards the bullish direction? You look for sell-side liquidity to get taken. Now, the question that you might be having is that what if price takes out this level and fails to make a new high? Well, then that is a risk that we simply take as traders. There is no trading system that is 100% going to give you success, but having a trading system allows you to prepare for anything that will come. In this case, if you fail to make a new high and you make a lower high instead, well, that gives you the indication that the market might be looking to go down. So all you have to do is switch your bullish position to bearish stance and then ride the market lower, because you understand that the trends and the tides might be changing. In terms of potential retracement areas that I will be looking at for Solana in particular, it is very straightforward. You just have to go onto the weekly chart and see where the move began. Some might argue that the move began from here, some might argue that the move began from here. Either way, let's use this as an example. If you are bullish on Solana, you want to be buying in a discount zone. Now, what is a discount zone? Understand that within every trading range, the algorithms have a preset definition of what is considered a premium and discount. So what is a premium and what's a discount? And the best way that I can describe it to you is this. If I sell you an iPhone right now for $2,000, probably wouldn't buy, because I'm selling it to you at a premium. If I sold you an iPhone for $500, you'd probably buy it without a moment's notice. That's because that iPhone is being sold to you at a discount. Now, the market makers, they will only put their biggest positions when price is in a discount zone. So all you have to do to determine where potential areas of retracement could be is draw swing low, swing high. In this case, the swing low to swing high might be from here to here. I don't know yet. And just look for price to come back beneath the 50% line, right? The 0.5 line. Anything below that discount, and you want to look for areas of retracement in the 0.5 line. Perhaps right here, you can see a weekly fair value gap. Also here, you have another fair value gap. But why am I disregarding this one? Because I know that if I am a swing trader and if I'm a long-term investor and I want to be buying in at the best prices following the market makers, I'm only going to filter out where do I want to buy. I want to buy in a discount. I don't want to buy in a premium. That'd be stupid. And that's definitely not what the market makers are doing. In fact, what you will often see, you guys have probably been through something like this before, where even though there is a fair value gap here, price just breaks through through and then just comes back up and then, you know, go down before doing something like that. And if you've been in a situation like that, it's probably because you couldn't identify a premium in a discount. You want to buy in a discount and you want to sell in a premium. It's as simple as that. Anyways, if you enjoyed this analysis on Solana, I'll be coming up with multiple videos over the next few days, giving you guys my picks for investing into the Solana ecosystem, because there are a lot of potential 20 to 50x plays in Solana and I will be investing a lot of money into the Solana ecosystem. If you guys want to find out what those picks are and exactly where I think you should buy them, then subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on that. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the tips that I've been giving in this video in terms of trading, you're going to want to subscribe to the Wins in Cash newsletter, because that's where I give you guys an actionable tip that you can apply to your trading right away, every single day, make more money trading. But otherwise, trade safe, may the gains be with you. Bye.